What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional, man, and we're going through the book of John. We're in John chapter 19, verses 13 and 14. John chapter 19, verses 13 and 14, man. Dude, it has been an incredible time reading and studying through the book of John with you guys. And I just wanted to mention that, man, learning about Jesus in these specific ways has been really opening my heart. Every time I go to growth group, I'm always like, man, I've been reading in John. Man, I've been reading in John. And I hope that the same thing is going on with you guys as you discuss scriptures and studying with your friends, that it's often coming up about things that you have been learning and growing in as you have been reading through and studying the book of John. That's the purpose, so we can trust Jesus more in every aspect of our lives. So we're in John chapter 19, verses 13 and 14. If you haven't read it yet, stop the tape, check it out, see what it has to say. Come back, we're going to answer some questions. If you've already read it, let's jump into it. The first question we always ask is, what's happening? What's going on in the scriptures, man? And we have seen the trial from the Jews, and now we've seen the trial from the Romans, and finally it's over with. It's time to put down sentence, because Pilate comes out and sits on the seat of judgment, man. The what's it called? Let me look here. The Bematos, the judgment seat, the throne. And so, as Pilate comes out, he brings Jesus, and he sits on the throne and he makes his judgment. Matter of fact, he says, he says, "Behold your king." I think something like that he says, and still making a mockery, because right now, what the Jews have done is kind of like subverted his position to make him seem as not as powerful or as domineering as he would want to be. And so, as he sits on this seat, this judgment seat, it's him trying to reclaim power in some way, saying that all judgment is held unto him. And then, as he does that, he also gives ridicule, talking about, like, this guy's supposed to be your king. I'm the one sitting on the judgment seat. I'm the judge. And you claim this one to be the king, you know. And so it's still Pilate trying to manipulate the situation to his goals and his gains. But after that, we see a little side note that John says it was the Passover time. What did he say? It says that it is the preparation. The preparation for the Passover. And so one thing that can be noted here, and first off, let me just start out by saying that the preparation for the Passover it's never really mentioned or called that through the scriptures, but what is going on is usually the preparation is before the Sabbath. So it's Friday, and it is the day before the Sabbath, but it's may or may not be the actual Passover. Some say it is the Passover, but others say it's not, because the meal which they had earlier that we talked about, Jesus being humble, washing the disciples' feet, was the Passover meal. And so some think that this is the day after the beginning of Saturday, which is what is normally called the day of preparation. And then it's the day of preparation for Passover, because it is the season of Passover and the festival that is occurring right now for Passover time. And so it is the preparation of the Passover, because it is the time of the Passover, but it's also the day before the Sabbath. But the reason I mention that is because John says these things to conjure up images in our brain as a Jewish person, because some believe he's writing to convert Jewish people into believers. And so as he speaks about the preparation of the Passover, he's talking about the time of the preparation for the Sabbath to get ready for the rest of the festival. But it also connotes something in the mind of what happens before Passover, which is the slaughtering of the lambs. So this is the time when they prepare the feast and the meal for Passover, and that's the death of the lamb. And these festivals and feasts, we've seen as we've been reading that Jesus is proclaiming to be the fulfillment of these things. And so as John writes this, he's alluding to the fact of what John said, John the Baptizer, at the very beginning, when he says, "Behold the Lamb who takes away the sins of the world." Well, this is an image of that. As we hear him say the preparation of the Passover, then we understand that Jesus is the preparation for the passing over of our sins. As a matter of fact, not even the passing over, but the forgiving and the erratic. I can't even think of the word, but and the taking away of our sin. As Jesus is being prepared for that, man. That's incredible. So what's to say about God? First off, it says that He's the Lamb, the one who takes away the sins of the world. We read in Revelation where it talks about John sees one who was a lamb that seemed to be slain, and that is Jesus, slain for our behalf. He is the one who can take away our sins. That is who God is. And involved in that is a myriad of different things, which is to say that He is graceful. He is loving. He is righteous. He is good. All of these things are displayed in this sacrifice, the sacrificial love, the sacrifice that He is making on our behalf. What's to say about man? We're supremely loved. I'm just taking this from that idea. We are supremely loved and cared for Jesus to come to this earth in the form of a man to take on sin in the flesh. We are supremely loved. But I want to also give us pause to think about the thing that Pilate is doing. Is we think we're in charge. We think we're in charge. I could put God is in control whenever we talked about what does this say about God. Because Pilate thinks he's in control, but the way in which King Jesus is giving his life and the circumstances and the way in which it moves the events in order for this situation to occur is all ordained and all ordained in providence by God. Yet Pilate sits on the behemoth, the behemoths, and thinks that he is still in control, trying to maintain some semblance of control in this situation over the Jews. We ain't in control, guys. We ain't in control. We may think we are. But there is one who has better plans, has better thoughts, has better things for us if we just place it in His hands. And that is the application. How can we apply these truths? Just place your life in His hands, man. Stop trying to be the pride of your life. Stop trying to manipulate the situations for your benefit. Give all things over to the one who has done all things on our behalf. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.